Well, the news breaking this hour, a Turkish court finding an American pastor guilty of terror-related charges, but sentencing him to time already served, thus freeing Andrew Brunson after more than 2 years in prison. A huge win for the Trump administration, which has been fighting steadfast to bringing Pastor Brunson home. Joining us now by phone is Democrat Senator Jeanne Shaheen of New Hampshire. Senator, thank you for jumping on the phone on this breaking news. Your thoughts as we await the exact timing of his return to the United States, but he has been freed.
Well, I am so thrilled and so relieved, and I applaud the efforts of so many people who have been involved in making this happen. First of all, the advocacy of his wife and his family. They have been so critical in making the case that he never should have been arrested in the first place. But the work of the White House, the State Department, our Department of Defense, Congress, there have been so many people involved in this effort, and it's just great news. I can't wait to see him on American soil.
You have pointed out that it's unusual and maybe unseemly for a NATO ally to be treating an American citizen in this way.
Well, absolutely. Turkey has been a NATO ally, and they're a very important NATO ally, and that's why it was so disturbing to see this happen. And, sadly, they don't just have Pastor Brunson in custody. There have been other Americans who have been arrested, people who worked for our embassy who have been arrested. And so I hope that this is good news, that they will also be releasing those people who are being held inappropriately.
Senator, I know that you, along with Senator Lindsey Graham, who we spoke with just a short time ago, released a statement following the announcement of his release, saying it is our greatest hope that the pastor will finally be allowed to return home to his family in the United States after his hearing tomorrow. Do you have any further details about the actual timing of his return to the United States?
I don't. I think we're waiting to hear more about that. As you point out, this has been a real bipartisan effort. There have been a number of people who have been engaged in trying to do everything we can to bring Pastor Brunson home. Senator Graham and I had the opportunity to visit him this summer, the end of June, and we were pleased to see that he was doing better, but clearly we all understood that this was a total travesty, that he had been arrested, that he was not doing anything. He had been in Turkey for 23 years, raised his family there, loved the country, and I'm so pleased that now, hopefully, that tragic episode is over and he will be coming home to his family, to his congregation, to his friends. This
was a bipartisan effort. I mean, you joined with Republicans Tillis and Lankford and Senator Graham to see this through. A rare moment of bipartisan cooperation. It shows you what can be done in Washington. What about the administration? Do you give them props for what's taken place here?
Absolutely. This is something that was a real coordinated effort. There were, as I said, the president, the folks in the White House, the State Department, Secretary Pompeo, folks in the Department of Defense, Secretary Mattis. I think this was a real coordinated and joint effort